What's going on, guys? This is Seb from binaryoptionsproductreview.com, and today we are in a live webinar joined by quite a few participants today, and we're going to be using Option Robot and Auto Trading Robot. We're going to be flicking between the two, and so yeah, hopefully we'll be able to do some really nice trades. But if we can't get around to placing any trades, the one thing I want to start using these webinars for is for good Q&As. Very important, hard questions that anyone can sort of throw at me, and then we can obviously go into much detail about how to trade, strategies, methods. That's what I want this webinar to be all about. And so, guys, if you watch us on YouTube, please give this video a good thumbs up, a good like on YouTube. Also, comment your thoughts down below, please. It's very important that everyone can see that you guys on the webinar, especially, are actually doing well. And of course, guys, let's get right into it. Subscribe, by the way, if you haven't already done that. Also, one other thing I just want to mention, go on the description in the bottom of this video, because I know I get quite a few views on my videos. So go in the description if you're listening to this right now, okay, and on this video, and follow me on Twitter, follow me on Facebook, okay? It's just so we can get a good social media going of everyone working together to get good amount of traders working together in binary options, okay? So, okay, that's going to be it for me. Let's get down to the webinar. So, let's get to it. Now, what questions, guys, do you have for me today? Let's have a look. Let's just scroll up and see what we can find now. So, we have... Please can you say the strike point pips when setting trades? Cannot see them well enough on the webinar. Alright, I'll do my best. Well, hell, I've never seen a red candle that long. I was out on the Euro USD. So the economic calendar for today, let's have a look. When did this take place? Right at the beginning of Thursday. Well, technically, actually speaking, this happened at 9:30 yesterday. Now, 9:30 in the morning, I think, wasn't it? I think it was. Yeah, 9:30. What happened then, guys? Shall we take a look on the old eco calendar? So, there's been quite a few serious medium volatility points when it comes down to the euro. Okay, obviously yesterday with the whole Brexit and Article 50 actually going through, so it was an absolute disaster when trading on the GBP currency pairs. I, for one, didn't do too well. Yes, I hold my head in shame. When I came down to trading last night on the GBP, I did terrible. I didn't do very well at all. I lost a few trades, and yeah, it was just an overall. It just wasn't really a very good trading session. So anyway, back onto it. So we had a lot of movement on the euro, as we can see. There's more euro, lots of euro today. Jesus, yet again, the USD market isn't actually going to start taking effect until early afternoon of today. So overall movement at the moment has been going up. So I would actually start placing some call trades on euro trades. So there are actually no euro trades to put on this at the moment. I don't know why that's just suddenly split downwards. That's very bizarre. But anyway, let us get a euro currency pair. So let's go with just the normal standard euro USD. Wait for that to load up. There we go. Okay, so euro USD. This is what's happening at the moment. Now, I did say cool, and it has actually been going up. So that's what we're going to try and do. We're going to try and follow the nice trend wave that it is going to show us on the euro USD. So I'm not sure what she means by that. Could you explain, please? What do you mean by that, Rob? Seb, you frozen up, can't hear you. Oh, that was actually back then. Okay, sound missing. No, I'm back. Yeah, blah, blah, blah. Can you explain the extremely long red candle? That was just because on the economic calendar you have medium volatility rates, and because there were quite a few, there's 5 all in one continuous line. Now, they don't all come in at the same time. Exactly at 9 o'clock is when they start getting discussed. It doesn't mean it's going to start dropping literally automatically with a click of a finger. It's going to start doing it over a period of time. And obviously that period of time managed to happen at 9:39, and obviously didn't have a very good impact at all, really. So, okay, so good one, Seb. Sorry for the yes, I was just wondering if you had working on some of this. Choosing a trains with 5 minutes by as I contact. I made nearly £200 in my first morning. But in the next few days, my balance dropped on and there's anything I'm saying correctly watching the market. Well, bloody hell, that is an essay. Well, Rob, the only thing I can say to that is if you've managed to win, right, £200 in one morning, okay, you have to remember that the settings aren't always going to be the same. Okay, you will have to change them up occasionally. Now, if Option Robot are sending you the recommended settings, just because they've sent you recommended settings doesn't mean that the market is going to agree with whatever settings you so happen to have. For example, on Option Robot, I always keep it on the same, only because I'm used to doing trend trading anyway. Those of you who do know me know that I love to do trends. I personally think trends is easily like the best way to go when it comes down to doing trading. I do like trends. I find them they're the easiest to analyze, and when you have MACD on as well, I find that they just work best together. But that's just my personal preference. Okay, everyone has their own method. Everyone has their own way of trading. That is just personally how I like to do mine. Now, obviously, you guys can copy those settings, but there will be a time where you might have to change them. I can't sit here and guarantee you a 100% success rate. You guys have to remember that when I'm trading, okay, I only trade live. So I don't sit at home. Sometimes I do. Like yesterday, I traded by myself with no webinar, no video, and I lost a bit of money. But then when I do trade for YouTube, for the videos, or for you guys for the webinar, I literally put 110% effort, which is why I tend to win a lot. I just turned off the trend by accident. Whoops. So what you've also got to remember is, okay, don't listen to Option Robot about their recommended settings. The thing is as well, they're not going to know. If they're sending it to everyone, okay, they're not looking at the market like I'm doing or like you're going to do. Do you know what I mean? You have to really think to yourself, okay, I have to turn on this indicator or this indicator. As a general degree around this time, you're going to want to have trend and MACD on, okay, around this particular time. I would say late morning, early afternoon, trend and MACD. Those of you who watch my webinars will know that I always use these settings. I don't ever change them, only because as well I do the webinars. I tend to do webinars obviously in the late morning or early afternoon, and they're always just like that. They never ever change. Also, one other fact that I've just read on the paragraph that you sent me is that you earned 200 quid in one morning. Please be careful. When the thing is, I find that sometimes, and this isn't meant to be an insult or anything like that, but I find that greed takes over a lot of people in this industry. 90% of you, when you do have a good day, you're on top of the world and you will not walk away from the laptop with your head held high. 90% of you, guarantee I'll put all my life savings on it, will continue trading. You will not stop, because it's a greed thing. Once you see the money rolling in, you can't stop, and you think, that's it, world problems are over. All right, I've been there, I've done that. Okay, I've made that mistake as well. I lost 2,000 euros the other day because I was an idiot and tried to recuperate my losses on a software that completely just fucked up completely. So I keep saying to people, stop trading on a high, right? You got to remember, if you're in a casino and you're playing roulette or blackjack or whatever, and you've just won 100 quid, why don't you walk away for a bit and go back to it later or another day? Don't just sit there trying to build up a stack. It's exactly the same with binary options, right? It's so simple. If you're earning 50 to 70 quid a day on an average wage, and you've just earned 100 quid in binary options for doing 1 hour's work, why are you fucking not walking away? And then tomorrow try and make another 100 quid. How do you think gamblers work when they go in a casino? Professional gamblers, people that generally use maths and odds to turn games like that into their advantage. Because they earn a big chunk of cash, they don't try and get bigger, they walk away and they come back a week later. And then they do it again, and then they do it again. It's like poker players. I'm trying to be a really good poker player, and I wouldn't say I'm bad, but It's like when I'm playing a cash game. If I put in 150 euros and I get up to 450, I cash out and I'll come back to the next one next week. And I've earned just like 300 quid in profit. So it's good. It's good. Obviously, you're going to have a bad run. You're not always going to win in binary options. You're not always going to win in gambling. You're not always going to win in poker. You're not always going to win in blackjack, roulette. You're not going to win in a lot of things in life. But you have to try and switch the odds around in your favour. You know, if you're getting greedy, it's going to affect your playstyle. If you lose all your investment and you repop another investment onto binary options, right, you have to go in that with a clear head. You have to take your time. Probably one of the most annoying things is when I do a webinar, Simon might get people set up on a Friday. They will come to me first thing Monday morning saying that they've lost their investment. Why the hell are you trading, right, at the end of a Friday, over the weekend where there's no movement anyway, and then coming to me when we specifically instruct you not to trade until you have at least your first webinar completed? I don't understand. It's because it's greed. You guys can watch me all you like on YouTube, win money, earn thousands in just minutes, right? That's all well and good, but if you don't know how to do it yourself, you're fucked. So that's why we do the webinars. That's why we're here doing the webinars, so you guys can see this. Okay, this is why I'm doing it free of charge. So people like you at home can sit back, relax. You have your investment, whether it's 300, 400, 500, whatever your investment is into Option Robot, Auto Trading Robot, Option Bot, whatever, Buy an Option Club, whatever, blah, 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 blah. You guys can sit there with that balance. It's not going anywhere. It's just sitting there in a software, in a broker, just sitting there, waiting for it to be traded on. That's absolutely fine. It's not going anywhere. Wait until your first webinar with us, okay? Even if you don't agree with the way I trade and you have your own way of trading, just join the first one. The webinars are free. You're not going to lose anything by joining the webinars. Do not think that you're Mr. Big Bollocks if you attend a webinar and you think you can go off and trade by yourself and then you come back and you lose your investment. Okay, because if you lose your investment, I'm going to feel like shit because I feel like I haven't done a good enough job. Okay, you're going to feel like shit because you just lost your investment, and everybody loses. The broker loses a client, the software loses a client. Okay, I feel like shit because I feel like I haven't done my job, and you've lost your investment. So all I can actually say is just be patient, Rob. Is patience, patience, patience. I'm not having a go at you at all. I've spoken to you, you're a nice guy, but I will say this: you must have patience. And I know how hard it is to have patience in a binary, trust me. Like I said, I lost $2,000 the other week, okay? I'm a bit of a hit, you know, you can call me a hypocritical bastard, whatever you want to call me, but seriously, you have to take it slow. The money's not going anywhere once you invest. Once you invest, okay, build up that sum over a period of time, okay? That's what I've done with Option Robot. I've had a couple of tries and now I'm on $2,000 and 300 euros. Option Bot, I've still got 18 grand let in fucking Option Bot. 18,000 euros. You know, it's because you've just got to take it easy. It's one step at a time. I've been using Option Bot now for 6 months and I'm up to 18,000, but I did have a withdrawal of about $3,000. So technically I've earned over 20 grand. If you take away all the fees, all the tax, I've earned just about 20,000 euros with Option Bot in 6 months. Because I've taken it easy. I've taken it one step at a time. And the same with Option Robot. I must have earned about 10,000. But I've used Option Robot for about a year. Do you know what I mean? Option Robot's been going on for ages. I was very on and off with Option Robot. Very on and off. But now that it's suddenly come back into it again, ever since I've been, doing trades and promoting the software again, I'm up maybe 4,000 in total on my last attempt, and now on this attempt I'm up to 2,300, and that's in the space of about 2.5, 3 months. So yes, okay, it's not a lot of money in 3 months, only $8,000, but hey ho, it's something. You know what I mean? It's not a magic button. Okay. I can't explain it enough. I try so hard to tell people that binary options is a way of making money, but you just have to take it nice and easy. Okay, it's you know. Oh dear me, got a bit of a cough. Sorry about that. So yeah, I'm trying my absolute best to keep everyone on a positive term on binary. Okay, if people are running away from binary saying it's a scam and all this lot, it's only because you're doing things wrong. You have to take it easy, but that's why I'm here. I'm not the best trader by far. I'm not. I don't class myself as the best. You know, when you look at all the other binary options bloggers, okay, there are some out there that do better trading than I do. Easily. I mean, have a look at Keith. Keith's a really big example. He's way older than I am, okay? He's been doing this for more years than I have, okay? And he can blabber on for ages about, you know, different styles and methods. I have my own method. I like trend trading and a little bit of support and resistance to go with it. Okay, I like doing moving averages and probability and a lot of maths, but that's just the way I trade. Keith's a lot more technical when it comes down to trading. Okay, but that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to learn myself from you guys, and I'm trying to teach you what I know to you guys. That's why the webinars are free, and that's why I say to everyone to contact us if you want to be part of the webinars. Do you know what I mean? It's as simple as that. They're free. You might as well use them, okay? And that's what I'm trying to do. That's what I'm trying to use these for. Now, that was an extremely long rant. I'm very, very sorry. But anyway, let's get to it. So, let's have a look at the next question. So, can you explain to me what you see on the economic calendar and what you get from looking at it? Well, to be honest, I'll be 100% honest, when it comes down to actually doing individual text on everything that comes up, like the industrial conference, blah, blah, I don't actually go through that specific paragraph and identify what it means, okay? I don't. What I tend to do is literally just look at what it is. So it's industrial conference, go right to the end. A high reading is seen as positive, and for the euro, while a low reading is seen as negative, okay? And then all it takes is just for you to wait until the economic point strikes, okay? Keep an eye on the FX chart, and it's still, look, the overall trend is actually going up. So I was right, see? Haha. And then it's just a matter of just watching the market. Just watch. Use your eyes. It's so simple. Nothing is complicated when it comes down to trading. I think when people look at an economic calendar, they don't know really what to analyze, and they get very confused and scared. I don't know what to analyze, but all I got to do is look at the specific event, the GMT time, okay, how much time's left, and the volume, and the actual, okay, and then maybe what's happened on previous as well, all right, to see what the actual the difference between the impacts were, okay, and then it's just a matter of waiting to see the big spikes or the little spikes. As you can see here, there was a ginormous spike, which then once that happened, when it gets to that lowest point, in all fairness, I would have actually placed a call trade, which I would have lost, and I'll happily admit that I would have placed a call trade easily once it hits that bottom point. But then once it hits here, I would place another call trade. And then it would have started going up. I would have placed another call trade going up, another call trade. And I would have kept on placing call trades until this big candle where I would have lost. So then I would have probably been around 5 trades in the money and 2 trades out the money. But then as a whole, I'm in the money. And that's the way I would do it once that big candle hits. Next one. How often do you trade? Do you set yourself targets? I only tend to trade when there's extremely volatile movements by myself. I trade when there's when there's actual proper news events, like what is happening in real life can actually affect the market on a huge scale, like the Brexit, and obviously what's happening with Article 50 and Theresa May pulling it through, blah 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 blah. Whether you agree on it or not, okay, it's going to have an effect on the GBP. So that's the sort of events that I like to trade on by myself. But when I'm doing the webinars, okay, I only tend to trade really when it's live. I feel like trading live is a 10 times better way to do it. So, Rob says, I think I got caught by greed, in all honesty. I don't, obviously it's not my job to obviously antagonise anyone or anything like that, but when it comes down to things like greed and fear, you do have to be careful. And if you've got any questions, you know, you can just ask, or wait till the next webinar. And and that's it, I think, for all the questions. Does anybody else have any other questions? My throat's hurting. Whew. I can just rant on for hours. Swear to God. Anyone got any more questions? We have a few people typing now. Anybody? Maybe anyone at all got any questions about market strategies, anything like that? Any methods? Only I would say, Joanne puts, is it good to try and place a trade when there is an extreme up and down? So obviously when you say extreme up and down, obviously like, let's take this big red candle. That's an extreme down, okay? Now, because this is on intraday 1, okay, this is basically, as you can see, the one candlestick is updated, and then as it moves across to the right, okay, that's obviously when 1 minute has passed. Intraday 1 minute, blah, blah, blah. You guys get the picture. So this happened over the course of 1 minute, just a massive down. It was probably just doing this, like up, down, like absolutely going crazy. So I would recommend wait until it stops fluctuating. Do you know what I mean? I would wait, Joanne. When you see a big fluctuation, when it's rapid, I would wait. I think the best part is just to wait. Wait and see what the candlestick is actually going to do. Okay, in the description of my video, I do have a page. It directs you to a page where you can learn about what different candlestick symbols actually mean. It's very informative and very, very well presented as well. Leon's put, yes. How to see the trend is my biggest question. Let's have a look. So how to identify a trend. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, we need to get to a trend now. I need to find one first. A really, really, really clear trend will do. A clear trend. There is not a clear trend, really. That's not a clear trend. Oh, that's neutral. Jesus Christ. Oh my lord. Okay. Right, this will have to do. It's the closest I can actually get probably to an overall trend, okay? So, Leon, here we go. Let me just move this chat box over to here. Let's get my pen out. So here we go. And this is basically how to identify trends. So, as we can see over the course of... Actually, wait, that's not beginning on Thursday. So let me just zoom in a bit. Hang on. Okay, so this is the beginning of Thursday. This is the beginning of today. So from here, we can technically see that the overall trend has been a downwards trend. Easily. This is the overall trend. So if you're just waking up, you go to your computer, you click on a currency, you'd go on intraday 1, okay? You'd make sure that Thursday is down here, okay? This is obviously where you are now. My shitty drawing. So, and then you can analyze the trend. So obviously you got the overall trend is going down, okay? From this point where it started, okay? The overall trend is down because it's ended here. So that's the overall trend. Now there's been neutral trends, okay? Because this is a neutral part where in between the neutral you can say there's pockets of support and resistance in when it comes down to long-term trading on support and resistance. Because you just become, there's just an M and a W that just leaves like this. Between 2 points, and then finally it breaks off, and then there's a big downhill trend, which will be a good time to trade. So that would have been from, when's that point? 5 o'clock in the morning till 7 o'clock in the morning. So you got this whole period of downhill trend, and that's good for long-term trading as well. Okay, if you can identify a long-term trend, okay, you can do long-term trend trading. Okay, it's not bad. Don't get me wrong. Now the only upwards part is this. This is where the upwards trend comes on. This is a very decent upwards trend. Okay. Now, if you're doing short-term trading, try to be careful when you come across things like this, because it can be quite hard to analyze when it does do its little dips every now and again. But what you're going to tend to find is you'll find patterns. Every day will be very similar, like blah, blah, blah. Usually you're going to find spikes around the 8:30 to 9 o'clock mark when it comes down to, obviously, GBP and Euro pairings. Okay. Now, what I mean by this, let me just give you an example. GBP, USD. Okay, so here we go. There's always a lot of upwards volatility, for example, on the GBP USD. Something that I've personally realised, and it's always going to start happening. 1 second. There we go. Around 8 o'clock, in between 8 o'clock and I would say 9:30. At an average, at an educated guess. So the 8 o'clock starts here, and the 9:30 ends here. So you have all this upwards trend to trade on. All of this. Okay? Now that is a huge upwards trend. There is a lot of trades to be placing. Even if you placed like 10 trades going up at certain points, okay, just wait for it to hit some low points, and then technically it'll be relatively easy to go from there. Now, how you find and how you realise when to place those trades is another matter. So, what you're going to want to look for, okay, are certain candle types. Now, there are many types of candles, okay. I will leave a link in the description of this video about what each one of them means, okay. What you want to do is try to stay away from hammers. Now, that's when I'm going to try and show you what one is. I can't actually see one, which is probably a good thing, actually, because it'll be pretty volatile otherwise. Just a very clear one, not one that's upside down like that one, but... Okay, anyway, I'll leave a link in the description of this video anyway. But what you want to do, okay, is once it hits a low point. Now, what I mean by a low point is I mean low point. So, if you zoom all the way out, okay, and you can see all this chart, and you've got all this chart before you, okay, and you've realised it's just hit the bottomless pit, okay, the moment you see, even though it's at the bottom, the moment you see that green candle emerge, start whacking in those call trades. That's exactly what you want to do. Very important. Let's have a look. Addy puts, what is your preference? Short-term trading or long-term trading, and why? Well, technically, I like both. And the reason that is because every software is going to present itself a bit differently. Every software is going to give you different trading tools to do. So, for example, you've got Binary Option Club and Option Robot. You guys can go and change any sort of mix you like. Even an Option Robot, you can go up to 30 minutes. Okay, so you get semi-long-term trades. Binary Option Club is very good for things like very long term. That's later on in the day, or that can be at night time. Do you know what I mean? So that's more in the 6 hour to 12 hours, or even 60 seconds if you want it to be. Okay, but that's to copy a trader. And Binary Option Club I am using, and I am going to give an update later on, actually. Late this afternoon, I'm going to be giving an update to Binary Option Club, so guys keep an eye out for that one. So yeah, I like both, Ade, to be perfectly honest. I'm not going to lie. Does anybody else have any questions? Anybody at all? Or is everyone kind of happy now? Yeah? Everyone got it all? How's the charts looking to trade on? Okay. Let's have a quick brief for it together. So, as you can see on things like the GBP USD, if we go to the economic calendar, Okay. A lot of the calendar parts have actually, a lot of it's passed. A lot of it's just gone on now to something else. Okay. So what we have to do is we have to wait for the next one, which is the consumer price index. Now, that's happening at 12. That is in 20. That's in 18 minutes. 1 hour and 18 minutes. Okay. So there's quite a lot to wait for. Now, I wouldn't go doing any trading now if I was you guys. I would wait until the next economic blast. If I've been perfectly honest. Oh, dear me. Okay, so right now that's on a red candle. So I would actually probably... Is that even moving? Ah, there we go. My apologies, I was zoomed on the wrong way. I would actually go play some call right now. GBP US... Oh, fuck's sake. GBP USD, GBP USD, GBP USD, GBP USD, GBP USD, call. Did it initiate my call? No, but it has now. I've just done a call on GBP USD. I'm just following the trend, guys. Look, there's been dips and dabs, but now that it's had that green candle, I'm going to follow the trend. There you go. Whee! Very, very simple. Oh, Jesus, actually, if that's happened to that, what's happened to the GBP-CHF? Because the Swiss franc is obviously part of the European. That would have had a completely opposite effect. Bloody hell. I know I've seen some M's and W's in my time, but that's ridiculous. Technically, that should be a call trade now on GBP-CHF. That would actually be a pretty decent call trade for long term, for about 5 minutes. So, yeah, not too bad actually. But I'm going to avoid that one now for a little bit. The thing is, Joanne, I don't want people trading. I want people to wait for an hour until the next economic calendar hits sparks, okay? I'm just doing this to quickly show you what I'm doing. Because, look, there you go, I fucking lost it. Oh my god, that was close. Oh, Jesus, that actually bounced back up. Okay, that was actually pretty lucky. That was actually pretty lucky. And now it's stable. Fuck me. Jesus Christ, that was lucky. Oh my god. Technically, I'm going to hold my hands up and say that was lucky. But I know what a lot of you sometimes think, especially those of you who are watching on YouTube. Okay, you have to remember that when you place a trade and it just spikes out, okay, at the time of placing that trade, as long as your analysis was correct, you've got nothing to feel bad about, which is what I did just there. I knew that GBP USD was going up. Okay, I saw it. I didn't actually do anything wrong. It was just very, very unfortunate that a little red candle had to spawn just next to it. Okay, but it did manage to spike back up and now it's on neutral level. It only did it for a few seconds, okay? But Ade got in the money, which is good. Ade, did you actually place it? Be careful. I did tell you to stop. I told you to wait. Don't get ahead of yourself. Don't get greedy. When I say wait, wait. Please. Economic calendar. Just keep an eye on the economic calendar. Wait for 1 hour and 15 minutes. Wait for the consumer price index, okay? And the... I can't even speak bloody English. I'm going to leave that word out because I make myself look like a bloody fool. Who's got itchy fingers? Everything's on a put on option robot. That's on 400 euros. I'll do it on 100. I'm not doing bloody GP USD put. GP USD put is actually pushing down according to option robot. Let's do this. So yeah, there was a red candle. I'm just going by what the candle says now, because technically option robot has actually analysed that perfectly. Oh no. It's a difficult one. It's difficult. There we go, that's better. Pushing back down again. 90% payout as well. I'll take that. Okay, just waiting. Oh, it did come in. I wasn't even looking. Oh my god, I'm such a fool. Okay, fantastic. Look at that. There we go. Round of applause for me. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, excellent. That's two. That's two trades. Right. That is fantastic. That is fantastic. Right, guys. Those of you in the webinar, watch out for this price movement, okay? I'm gonna try and place a trade for all of us. Okay, but it is going to be quite hard. So Euro GBP, let's have a quick butchers, is going down. Euro GBP is on here. No, it's not. Euro GBP is on here though. Oh, Jesus. Okay. What currency pairs do I have to choose on? I don't want to be evil, but if you guys want guaranteed money as well, the USD CAD always end up going down. USD CAD, okay, they switched. USD CAD's on the put. If you guys got a USD CAD put, place the trade. Oh. Oh. Oh, it's going down. That's good, guys. We're way in the money. Look at that. Please tell me. Now, that's the trade that I actually told you guys to place. Please, please tell me you guys actually placed that. That was really good. It's still going down now. It's still going down. That's good. That is very good. We're actually quite a few strike points actually in the money. So I think this is actually going to be guaranteed. Unless all of a sudden it jumps, which I'll be pretty pissed off. But it seems okay. Yeah, it's cleared through. It has. Yes! Fantastic. Excellente. Rob was in the money. Well, Leon, open your ears. No, I'm joking. I'll try and be a bit louder. I've got to be careful though because I've got neighbours, so I can't shout too much. Okay, let's just take a look. Those of you who did place the trades, let's have a quick look. Rob was in the money. Joanne, yay, in the money. Camille was in the money. Leon wants me to talk slower. Daro was in the money. Joanne in the money. Yes, now that's what I like to see. Now you guys wanted me to give you a trade to place. I gave you a trade to place. Now I'm going to go and eat my lunch. I'm going to go to the gym and I'm going to give you an update on Binary Option Club. Those of you who watch on YouTube, thank you very much for watching. Those of you who are in the webinar, thank you very much for attending. And please give the video a like. Don't forget to subscribe. Guys, those of you who won trades, I want to see your comments on this YouTube video that I'm going to put up in about an hour's time, okay? I want to see comments saying how good this is. Alright, if I don't see comments, you're getting kicked from the webinar. No, I'm joking, don't worry. But it would be a huge help though, just so other people can see. Anyway guys, thanks very much for attending. Take care, and I'll see you a lot later.